The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on, but that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay. I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Is your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 15 years have I been waiting to stand up for my
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drop, retard. Robocock.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, you guys need to bring it in, man. Come on. Come on. It's Sunday. It's the start of a new week. Come on, guys. We need to bring it in. We need to hug it out. All that gay, toxic positivity nonsense. Hug it out. Look at the chat. Why are we hugging the panda? Why are we hugging the panda? It's Sunday. Guys, it's fucking Sunday. Why are we hugging the panda? Look at the chat. Oh my God, we're hugging the panda and we're grabbing titties. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. We really can't behave. It's Sunday. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Well, listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Please. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching anywhere else right now, then you too drive exactly like Cult Classic Cage. Like the stream. Like the stream. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today? Guys, we have a lot we got to go over today. All right, we got some payment processor nonsense. We got Spartacus. Oh my God, dude. Okay, so Spartacus is one of my favorite TV shows. I know it's such a cringy, like, it gets cringy later, but it starts off really good. But the point is, like, Spartacus is one of my favorite TV shows. And I don't watch too much TV anymore. But if there was something that was going to bring me back to television, it would have been a really good Spartacus show. And then when I saw what they're doing with Spartacus, I was like, yep. That's why I don't watch TV no more. Oh man, we're gonna get into it, boys. We gotta talk about it. But what else we checking, man? What else are we checking? We was Spartans and shit. Yeah. Oh man, it's great. It's so great. Goonergated Gamergate team up to stop collective shout. Yeah, that's not happening. Fight censorship check. Absolutely, absolutely. What else we looking? Strong testicular fortitude check. Nice. Binging DBZ check. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. Good job. Censorship got me dick check. What the fuck? Oh, man. Depression check. Don't be depressed. Have fun with us. Bouncing K-Cup titty check. Congratulations. Congratulations. Battlefield 6 continues to be leaked. Bro, what is going on with the Battlefield 6? I'm not even going to bother covering it because at this point, I think it's purposeful. But Battlefield 6 has literally everything leaked. The gameplay modes, the Battle Royale map, every point of interest got leaked. This is purposeful. This is purposeful. Orange chicken check, nice. Fart in shit check, very nice. Cassie can drive check, only at the very end. Cassie in the middle of furry pile check. Oh my God. All right, that's where we're ending. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go, man. Let's go. We're going to do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in his chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point and no longer do, and women that continue to play games that have driving in it only to basically prove to everybody that you cannot fight your genes. I'm just saying. Shout out to Cult Classic Cage. Happy birthday. Who do we got in here? We got D Rice Rate Fanfix YouTube. We got Space Corps 3212. We got Cyber Rider. We got Lenny Kun. We got Matt Fun Cool. We got the Gaming Wolf 87. Christopher Lloyd. They're trying to cancel City Sweetie for what? For what? I don't understand. For what? Pumpkinhead. We got Old Man Cad. We got Yamato 85. We got Hanny. We got Low KZ 420. We got Hypnotic and Rapture. We got Sargonaris. We got Monkey Man 04. Luna Corkymon over on Rumble. Saint Hugo. Genetic Spore over on Rumble. Donkey Honky the Mayo Monkey. Jeremiah Maxwell. We got Sleeping Nova. Kagwana. We got, who else is here? Seabrew 1138. Marius 7042. We got Faye 88. We got Crash Collins over on Rumble. We got Tiger King. What's up, Tiger King? The bird kicked my ass. No. The bird got its ass kicked. We got Chaotic Holy. Hypnotic knows not to read my comments out loud. Laugh my ass off. Winky face. To be fair, I don't really read anybody's too many comments out loud. Just being fair. XL Tomahawk. Hanny. What's up, Hanny? Romanizer 24. Diz the Jizz. We got Oliver. Felsteph. Blue Octopussy. We got Taffy. Andrew Stewart. Should have got me Ren. We got Toxin. We got Neon Earths. We got Matthew with the Hero Prees. We got Frenchie. We got Nick Havoc. We got Jay Sims. We got Luck E Boy. We got Little Jim's Halo. Mystic Vegeta saying he's here. Hypnotic and Rapture over on Rumble. Who else we got? We got Dragon Sephi. What's up, Dragon Sephi? We got Old Man Cad unsupervised again. We got Bio T-Wolf 19. What's up, Bio T-Wolf? How you doing? We got Sebro 1138. Are you Kuman and Goonin? We got Sleeping Nova. Inferno Hell Knight. We got, let's see. Let me scroll down. Jason Alator. Democulus over on Rumble. We got Papal Pickles. What's up, Papal Pickles? How you doing? Backbone EJ8. We got Black Tailgate. We got Macho Man. He says, I thought I was gay, but not anymore. We got NYBC8042. We got Black Current Vlogs saying hello. All right, guys, 4 more people. Let's go. We got Dakuman. Pumpkinhead X. We got Hap Not Seen. We got, who else is here? Let me scroll down. Ali Kusanagi. Byron Obsidious on Rumble. Valkyria Winter on Rumble. Who else? We got Murasaki Okami. We got Adam Juneman over on Rumble. We got Charminado R. What's up, man? First time here. Hopefully we could do something about this censorship around the world. Hey, everybody welcome Charminado R. Welcome them to the stream. First time here. Come on, boys. Give them a Bigot Army welcome. Let's go. Make them feel welcomed. We got 112 Dino. We got, who else is here? Report AFK Games. And last but not least, we got Araya Rose. Robert. What's up, Robert? Panthera. What's up, Panthera? Low KZ420 on Rumble. We got Dwayne. What's up, dude? I'm doing good. How you doing? Reaper Knight. And we got Clap Douglas. I said, forget about it, cut. Shout out to you. And we got, who else? Archangelus. Shout out to Archangelus. Killer T Hun, what's up, man? Says, hola. Hola, ¿cómo está? Space Corpse. Lionheart Cowboy. Mr. Cougar 9. And Pizza Cat Lead. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member and let's see who is going to get the final call out. Money shot today. Who is it going to be? Let the arrows run free. And may the odds ever be in your favor. Soul Reaper says no government censorship, no McDuckets, no Pandussi, Omni King, level booty hole protection, ultimate spider combo breaker against Uda Reverse to go down ×3. 1, 2, 3. All right, bro. All right, bro. There ain't no fucking way. There is no fucking way.
Holy shit.
This guy is new to the channel. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? He is new to the fucking channel. Oh, man. Now he's never going to come back. He's never going to come back. Oh, man. Oh, man. I hate when this happens. Congratulations to Terminator. You are the recipients of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream, man. Like the stream. That's terrible. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys? God damn it, man. I'm sorry, Charminator. That was them. That was not me. That was them. All right, guys, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about today. A lot we got to cover. We're going to be covering some Phantom Blade Zero. We got to look over the gameplay. They released about an hour of gameplay on the PS5 Pro, and I got to look at it. I got to check it out. It looks really good. It looks very good. So I want to see, we're going to react to that and see what's going on with that game. We're also going to be talking about Spartacus. I know we don't talk about TV shows or movies too often here because, to be honest with you, there just isn't much to talk about that's really worth it. But this one's especially important to me because I really love the show Spartacus. I think I've always talked about this many times on stream. Whenever somebody asks me what's some of my favorite TV shows, I always bring up Spartacus because I really love Spartacus. I thought it was a great show. Well, they're coming out with a new version of Spartacus, and this one is going to be led, and I shit you not, in a world where men are thrown in the gladiator arena. It's going to be led by a black female lead who is going to stand equal amongst all the men in the House of Asher. Yeah. God damn it, man. We got to talk about it. And we're going to talk about not only some censorship information, obviously, but we're also going to be talking about, Chibi Reviews did a video recently. He covered a topic that I was going to cover today, so I just figured I'd react to his video because it's a good video. Talking about the new proposed law in the U.S. that essentially mimics what is happening in the U.K. right now, which is titled the Kids Online Safety Act in the United States. Needless to say, it's going to be a lot of bullshit. We also got some short stories, got a new Friday the 13th game we got to talk about, Magic the Gathering news we have, some Dying Light, the Beast news we got to talk about as well. There's a bunch of things we got to talk about. And of course, at the very end, we're going to have a legendary waifu battle. But before we do any of that, we need to do the number one segment on YouTube because we do have the hate watchers watching. So we have to do our best. We got to do the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the fucking universe. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right. We got ourselves the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go over them. There's not too many, but there's some bangers in there. So let's see what we could do to make the haters upset because I know, like, I say it all the time, but I know it's because they're watching all the time. We are officially on the road. Hopefully, if we get lucky today, we'll manage to hit 414 tier 1s in a row and maybe 102 tier 2s in a row. If we get lucky, we'll see. We'll see. Starting us off, as always, with the membership train. The membership train being started every single fucking stream by none other than the legendary Adair Soto, gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, Adair Soto. I appreciate that. Thank you for starting the membership train, man. And then we got Monkey Man 04 with a 5. Stephen King has a son named Joe. I'm not joking, but he is. Do you know what they call the coal that was never dug up? Never mind. Monkey Man for the win. Chief Danier with a 10 banger says call, email, and sext your representatives to vote no on COSA, or the quieting will only get worse. I don't know if you would want to sext your representatives. I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. But maybe call and email would probably be, that'd probably be a little bit more the normal side of things, perhaps. And then look at this fucking guy. Holy shit, starting us off strong. We got Killer DeHunt with a 20 membership ultra banger. Look at this guy. Shout out to Killer DeHunt dropping the massive 20 membership ultra banger on the chat right now. Thank you so much. And considering we got new people watching, please make sure you enable memberships when you're on this channel, because people gift memberships here like crazy. We're very lucky and fortunate for that. So make sure you guys enable memberships so that you have the opportunity to potentially win one, because, You could join in on the madness. Thank you for the 20 membership ultra banger. Then we got Caramel Beast with a $4.99 says, I love haters. I mean, don't we all? Don't we all? They watch more than some fans do. It's crazy. And then last but not least, on YouTube, we got Maximus with a 99-cent super chat. Or super sticker? I think it's a super chat. I'm pretty sure it's super chat. If it was a super sticker, it would have said so. Thank you so much, Maximus. I appreciate the 99 cents, my friend. Thank you so much. Hold on. We got one more that was snuck in. We got Soapy Enigma with a $10 banger. Hey, bro, you need to check out It's Based Gaming. Conservative game jams and whatnot going on. It's Based Gaming. What is that? Is that a YouTube channel? Is like, what is that? Let me know what that is, sir. I will check it out. Thank you so much for the $10 banger. Is that Cold Classic Cage in the chat? Look at that. Cold Classic Cage is in the chat. Everybody say happy birthday to Cold Classic Cage. We need to play her favorite clip. What's her? Oh, I don't know if I could play her favorite clip anymore. Damn. It's censored by YouTube. But you know what? I can play her second favorite clip.
You fucking better go! Eh? You think you can take me? You need a fucking army you're gonna take me! Yeah? Come on! I take you out to fucking hell! Come on! Go to me! Who do you think you're fucking with, man? I don't even tell her! You fuck with me! You fucking with your back!
She didn't protect her booty hole in that video clip. You know, she didn't protect her booty hole, so that's unfortunately what happens. But shout out to Cold Classic Cage. Much love to you. I was so happy. Like, I get it now. I get why people I get it now. I was watching Cold Classic Cage today try to beat the race in Mafia on hard mode, and it's very difficult, very hard to do. And it took her like an ungodly amount of tries to do it. But we were all there when she finally did it. And it was just awesome. And I get it now. I get why people like cheer after they watch me die, you know, dozens of times or whatever on the same boss, only for us to finally beat the boss. It's a great feeling. So happy birthday, Cold Classic Cage. Happy birthday. We got Nexus Nocturne with a 2. The government should outright ban censorship. Isn't that a bit of a twist? Are you going to censor censorship? I guess. Hey, look at this fucking guy, man. Report AFK Games with a $20 banger, and he says, gotta support the grip.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. And I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Report AFK Games. Thank you so much, man. With the $20 banger. You didn't have to, but you did. And I appreciate it. I'm sure the haters appreciate it too. Thank you so much, man. Fucking legendary. And then we got Soapy Enigma again with a $20 banger. He says YouTube channel. Also on X, they put the games on itch.io, but run their own Discord and live stream the games being played, etc. They're a group trying to grow and pull the industry away from the woke interjections. Okay, so I will definitely check out their YouTube channel. Let me write that down right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second, please. I'm gonna write it down in my little notepad. What is it called? It's Based Gaming. Okay, I got it written down. I shall check it out, my good man. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I appreciate you, legend. And thank you for the 20. Camchi with 199. One disaster another. Online Safety Act invade U.S. ground. Oh yeah, it's getting ugly out there. That's going to be our first topic when we get to the main topics. We're going to talk about that. Dragon Master with a 5 banger. Happy birthday, Cassie. And for the record, it doesn't change the fact that Mr. here is still a failure, especially after last night. No, I'm not. I literally beat the boss. I did great. I didn't give up, and I did exactly what I was supposed to do. So not a failure. Sorry, Dragon Master. I'm sorry, Dragon Master. All right, let's go over to Rumble. We got Adair Soto on Rumble for a $2 banger. I know what you mean, Hypnotic. I watched a video not that long ago about Kids Online Safety Act. It seems very similar to the UK, and the more I read into it, the more I question about if it's really about the kids. It's never about the kids. It is never about the kids. I want to make that very clear. Anytime these people try to enact some form of like ridiculous fucking law and they try to say, think of the children, it's never about the children. Never. It's about weaponizing your empathy and trying to get more power. That's really what it's about. Adair Soto with it too. And also when they said this is for kids, these politics, they love saying that word. It makes it so easy to manipulate other people's need to read this before they make a judgment out of it. Yeah, well, that's what it's about. It's about trying to utilize the most emotionally easy thing and manipulate it to get what you want. So for most people, the topic about kids is always going to be something that is going to strike a very strong emotion, right? You're getting down to people's parental levels. You're talking about primal parental levels where people automatically are going to just get emotional when thinking about their kids. So if you say, think of the kids, protect the kids, that's inherently going to get most people to drop their guard, even if it's a little bit. And they know that, and they weaponize that. They weaponize that empathy. They weaponize those feelings any chance they get. And then by the time you realize what's happening, well, it's too late. It's too late. Marius with a 5, the US, Australia, and the EU all come out at the same time with their own online safety act is sus. Well, because I mean, listen, it's one of those things where they kind of all, not that they get together, but the shit rolls downhill very quickly. Let's just put it like that. How about that? The shit rolls down here downhill very quick. Monkey Man 04 with a 5. Ronald Reagan, most terrifying words. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Exactly. That's such a great point. Next is Doctor with a 5. F for the kids. Parents needs a parent, not randos saying what can and can't be done. If you need the government to help you parent, you are a terrible parent. Plain and simple. You're just a kid raising a kid at that point. You really shouldn't be a fucking parent. But the truth is that a lot of kids, unfortunately, we have kids raising kids. We have people having kids younger than ever and resulting in people that just are terrible fucking parents. And the sad thing is that it doesn't, sometimes even if you wait till you're like, I don't know, older in your 30s, 20s, whatever, to have a kid, that doesn't necessarily guarantee you're going to be a good parent either. Some people are just really fucking shitty parents. And unfortunately, it's more than just some people. It's a lot of people, So, but anyway, all right. We are fully caught up everywhere. Holy shit. What an insane pre-stream legends. Thank you guys. We're going to get into the content now. And then we will get into the 3 main topics. We're going to do fast topics first, and then 3 main topics. I'll catch up on all super chats after the fast topics before the main topics. So let's do the fast topics really quick. We got some Dying Light Beast news really quick. I want to cover this because it's important. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to Dying Light the Beast, and rightfully so. But Dying Light the Beast has apparently confirmed that digital or virtual currency is not planned for this particular video game. Dying Light 2 Stay Human faced criticism from the community when virtual currency was introduced later in the game's life cycle. It took cosmetic bundles out of traditional storefronts and forced players to buy DL points to purchase items directly from the game. It was another issue for a game that had a less than desirable launch in 2022, but fans are now rejoicing on social media that the franchise director of Dying Light, Timon, whatever his name is, has confirmed that microtransactions and virtual currencies are not planned for Dying Light the Beast. Now, keep in mind, for those people who are celebrating, it may not be planned right now, but it could definitely be planned in the future. They might try to do the long game where they'll say, okay, well, it's not planned now. And then people buy up the game like crazy, thinking that it's going to be without microtransactions. And then once they have their solid player base, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, they very well may introduce microtransactions again. They're not flat out saying that they're not going to add it. You guys got to pay attention to how these people speak. They speak like politicians. They leave everything open-ended so that they could come back and circle back at some point and get what they want when the time is right. But again, as of right now, they don't plan supposedly to introduce any kind of microtransactions in Dying Light the Beast. So take that information for what it's worth, but it doesn't mean that it's not potentially coming in the future. Just be very careful with shit like that, because they speak like that for a reason. It's always like that. Okay, next topic really quick. This is a crazy one. I don't know if you guys are Magic the Gathering fans. I gave up on Magic the Gathering a long time ago for a multitude of reasons. But, you know, that doesn't mean that we cannot say what the truth is. And the truth is that the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set has made an ungodly amount of money. A fucking insane amount of money. The Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set has made over $200 million in just one singular day. One day. One fucking day. The Final Fantasy set is now the best-selling Magic set ever. Ever. That's just crazy fucking news, man. The set, which saw characters, locations, spells, and enemies from across the Final Fantasy saga appear in Magic the Gathering form, was a monster success, with every single product in the set quickly selling out. For comparison, Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings set needed 6 months to sell the same number of cards that Final Fantasy managed to sell in just one singular day. What makes this more impressive is that the Lord of the Rings set famously included the One Ring card, which will later be sold to rapper Post Malone for over $2 million, if I remember correctly. So Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering did what it took Lord of the Rings 6 months to do. It is insane. It's fucking nuts. It's nuts. You could listen, you could say what you want about, Final Fantasy or Magic the Gathering, but this is a monster success. Now, one thing I will say, Tiger King actually has a really good point. The Final Fantasy set, from what I saw anyway, stays true to what Final Fantasy is. Whereas the Magic the Gathering set, if you guys remember, well, they couldn't help themselves and they made Aragorn black. So I'm sure a lot of that had, a little bit to do with why Lord of the Rings didn't sell as well as it could have, right? But still, at the end of the day, the numbers are astronomical. It's fucking crazy. It says that we couldn't produce enough, Hasbro CEO Chris Cox said via GameSpot. I think we increased production runs on it 4 times pre-release. It was substantially by many, very high double-digit percentages ahead of any other production run we've ever done. And we left the market wanting for more. So at this point, compounding the interest in the set was the collector's boosters, which included rare, costly cards that weren't found in the traditional play boosters. A week after launch, boxes of those collector boosters were being sold for $1,000 at card shows, more than double the retail price of the box. It's fucking disgusting, bro. Absolutely insane. That's a bad name. Yeah, his name is Chris Cock. I mean, what am I going to say? It's his name. Okay, I didn't name him. I'm not his parents. So now I remember the whole situation with the One Ring card. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was extremely cool that they added a singular One Ring card. Obviously, it's very exclusive. It makes it very rare, very valuable, and it's already been sold to Post Malone for millions of fucking dollars. But at the end of the day, man, it's still just not even close to what Final Fantasy was able to do. And keep in mind, this is their first time. I guarantee you there's going to be more. They're going to do a Final Fantasy 8, a Final Fantasy 9. They'll probably do every single Final Fantasy for all I know. I guarantee you. But this is wild stuff. And it shows that the power in the brand Final Fantasy is still very strong. It's multi-platform strong. And Square Enix needs to figure out a way to really bring this brand back to life from the gaming side of things, because it's clear that people are heavily still interested in it. It's a brand that's recognizable. Sure, maybe this is super successful because it's Final Fantasy VII, which is most people's favorite, but it doesn't matter. I think if they did the other Final Fantasies, I think it would sell almost as well. I wouldn't say as well, but almost as well. It would still make a lot of money. You're buying the VB card? No, I don't fuck with Magic the Gathering anymore. But if I did, I will say this. If I did, I would have bought this set. I would have bought a ton of it. I would have bought a ton of it easily. But I don't. I don't fuck with Magic the Gathering anymore. So I wanted to share this. I thought it was pretty interesting news. And it just goes to show, like I said, Final Fantasy has a huge impact. Is there Final Fantasy 16 cards too? I didn't even know that. I thought it was just 7. Wait, so it's multiple. Is it multiple Final Fantasies? Hold on. It's not just Final Fantasy 7? Oh, shit. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. No wonder this shit is selling like hotcakes. Oh, so they could definitely add more cards then. They could definitely add more cards. They could. I doubt they added everything important in Final Fantasy. They could definitely add. It's a mix of Final Fantasy. It's all Final Fantasy. That's amazing. Do they have a Warrior of Light card? That would be sick. That would be sick if they had a Warrior of Light card. It's all Final Fantasy. Wow, I did not know that. I thought it was just 7. Goes to show. Yeah, they could definitely expand upon this and trust and believe that they will. They will. If they made $200 million fucking dollars in one day, they are going to absolutely expand on this. The executives over there are probably looking at it and they're like, whoa, we found the jackpot. Forget Black Aragorn. We found the jackpot. Let's go. It's going to be easy money for them. All right, let's move on, guys, to the next topic. We're going to talk about Friday the 13th. So apparently there is a new Friday the 13th game. Apparently there's in the works. It's been revealed in a segment at San Diego Comic-Con. Horror Inc.'s Robbie Barsamian has revealed that a new sequel movie and new sequel game are in the works at the firm. This announcement was made in conjunction with the dropping of a teaser for Sweet Revenge, the first new movie in the Jason universe in more than 15 years. Sweet Revenge will premiere on August 13, 2025. But as for the new sequel game, absolutely nothing is known beyond the fact that it's coming. During a panel, they said the following: I could tell you that a new sequel, they misspelled that, movie and new sequel game are at the top of our list. It's where most of our energy is going right now. And I could tell you that we're finally in a position to deliver on that. While we're not officially announcing anything with our partners today, both are coming. They're both in the works and they're both coming. So for anybody who's fans of this kind of stuff, definitely look forward to it. There's going to be more. And that should be pretty interesting. Jason will be black. You think Jason's going to be black? I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. All right. We are fully caught up with all the fast topics. I didn't really have too many fast topics today because the main topics are going to take a lot of time. So like the stream, let me catch up on super chats, and then we're getting right into the content today. Where are we at? Let's see. So scroll down. We got James Op for it too, saying it's a globalized dictatorship. Pretty accurate. We got Repent Dr. Contra becoming a member all on his own. Repentant Dr. Contra, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Let me check Rumble really quick before we continue. I saw the Adair Soto ones. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys so much for the insane levels of support. I appreciate it. Slavery Game says new Hellraiser game coming. Hypnotic with Red Bot. I saw it. I reacted to it the other day. It looked really interesting. I can't wait to see more. It looked really interesting. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. I mean, I don't know how you could fuck up a Hellraiser game, but, you know, I'm sure there's ways. Okay. Let's get into the content. We are going to start with none other than the censorship news, because I know that's what you guys are looking for. Mervoth with it too wanted you to know, yes, Warrior of Light card. Oh, shit. I got to look that up. I'm going to look that up later. Warrior of Light card. I just want to see how it looks. That's cool. That's cool. Don't jinx it, Hypnotic. I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm sure there's ways they could fuck it up. All right, let's get into the topic, man. Let me put up the volume really quick. Actually, let me go. Hold on. Nah, that looks ugly. I'm going to go like this. That's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be covering today a video from Chibi Reviews. This guy ended up putting out a video talking about an upcoming bill that has been proposed in U.S. Congress for something called the Kids Online Safety Act. The reason why we're talking about this is for two reasons. Number one, the recent censorship that we've been experiencing with Steam, itch.io, and obviously, you know, Collective Shout, NCOS, all these groups that are out here advocating for the censorship of legal fiction. And not only that, number two, what happened recently in the UK with the supposed age verification nonsense that's happening over there, that number one has been easily destroyed by a multitude of different workarounds. And number two has been proven to be more than just about the supposed safety for the kids, right? The whole nonsense about Think about the kids. Yeah, that doesn't really compute here. So we're gonna check out his video. I'm gonna link it in the chat, and I'm also gonna link it in the description box below of this video, as well as in the pinned comment, so you guys can go give him some support and check out this video. Let's see what it's about. It's about an 12 minute video. Let's check it out.
So let's get everybody up to speed to current events before we talk about this bombshell that came out today and a lot of people are starting to talk about and find out about. So about a week and a half ago, Steam removed hundreds of games off their platform for payment processors like Visa and MasterCard, all in the name of brand protection. It was so powerful that Steam was forced to add an entirely new policy to basically say, we will kiss your boot, payment processors. We will do what you say. If you want us to remove any game that you think is going to hurt your brand, we will remove it instantly. Steam basically bent the knee. A few days after that,
you know, one thing I hate about that is all the people who are gaslighting and saying, oh, they were just holding Steam up to Steam's old terms of service, right? The people who were advocating for the censorship, they were trying to say, well, it's because, you know, Collective Shout was basically holding Steam up to their own standards, their own terms of service. But that's not true. Steam didn't have a terms of service when it came to payment processor obeying. They didn't have it. They added it in after the fact, and people who are trying to pretend like it was always there, it wasn't always there.
itch.io did the exact same thing. They removed their entire adult game catalog, thousands upon thousands of games. You know, customers, people that bought these games were discovering that they were no longer able to either play the games they bought, download the games they bought. You had developers that realized that they were no longer going to be able to make money. They lost their livelihood, and it left everybody confused until hours later, itch.io made an official statement saying that payment processors like Visa and MasterCard and also Collective Shout were responsible for why the entirety of the adult catalog had to be removed. And
you know, on Saturday Night Hypnosis, we had a discussion about Collective Shout and about itch.io and their statement against Collective Shout. I got to tell you, looking back at it now, looking at this statement from itch.io, you know, you can say what you want to say, but when I'm reading this as a call for help. That's honestly how I'm reading this. I'm reading their statement from itch.io as a call for help, because the fact that they actually name dropped Collective Shout and said that they launched a campaign against their company and Steam, that's pretty big and ballsy. That is some information that is normally not disclosed when something like this happens. I mean, look at Steam. Steam didn't disclose any of that, but itch.io is saying that, well, no, it was these people. They were the ones who did it. They're the ones who are campaigning. They're the ones who are causing the problem. The fact that they're pointing the finger, I feel like, is very important information.
what this brought into question for everybody to see is that these payment processors like Visa and MasterCard have way too much power. They are straight up a mafia or cartel capable of controlling the entire world when it comes to cash flow. And if Steam, a massive platform like Valve and Steam, cannot even fight back against payment processors, it's pretty much the end for any other smaller business that is trying to sell fictional content. Because,
well, they know that, right? That's the beautiful thing. They know that most people, let's say 98%, 99% of businesses are not going to fight against the duopoly that is the payment processors. You know, they're just not going to do it, either because they don't have the means or they don't want the smoke. Either or, they're not going to do it. Steam was one of those companies that absolutely could have done it if they wanted to, but they just didn't want to. Not right now anyway. They definitely have the size capable and the money capable, but the truth is, if all the payment processors said, we will stop servicing Steam, then Steam will be royally fucked for the amount of time that it would take them to figure out a solution. That's the truth. And that's the real reason why they said, you know what? We just got to do what we got to do so that we could sell other content that is still available to the platform to our customers and keep business going. I get it. I totally get it. But if everybody were to say no, the payment processors need you to make money. You don't need them. They need you. You're the one selling stuff. They're the one processing it. So you guys technically need each other. And if one of you were to all say, well, I'm done, then the other side will be screwed. The payment processors as well.
Steam is massive. Anyone that plays games on their PC is aware of Steam. They use Steam.
Obviously,
it is the main go-to. And if they can't fight back, it's basically over. But obviously, this news got a lot worse. First off, after all of this happened, a few days later, the United Kingdom's had a law come into effect called the Online Safety Act.
What are the chances that all of this is happening at the same time? Right? Like, I really feel like things do not happen for no reason. Obviously, I feel like we're all aware of that. And even though the UK, the Kids Safety Online Safety Act, even though that's been planned for a little while now, the fact that all of this is all happening at the same time, I just find it to be extremely suspicious.
First glance, this law was meant to protect children, which in a perfect world, that's fair. That's fine. Makes sense why you would want to protect the kids.
Yeah, sure, it makes sense, but it's never about the kids. Let's be real. Of course it makes sense. They know that. Like, they know that it makes sense. They hope that by you hearing them say, oh, think about the children, this is about the children, that you're not actually going to look into, research, or ever try to understand what's actually happening in the bill that they're trying to tell you is about the children. Right? This is why they do what they do, because they know that most people are not going to look. Most people are not going to care. Once they hear, oh, it's about the children, protect children. Yeah, of course I want to protect children. I'm not the kind of person that doesn't want to protect children. You know, they immediately go for the emotional grab.
Internet access and being able to find things that are, let's just be honest, really bad online. However, when it comes to any government, any organization, or any company, usually something like this that restricts people is typically not used out of the goodness of their heart. It is not used in good faith. It is used to control and have power over people. And in this case, the United
100%.
Kingdom restricted the entire internet for everyone a part of their populace, where you can no longer access the internet without providing an ID. For instance, identification of either your face or actual driver's license. You couldn't get on Discord. You couldn't get on Twitter. You couldn't get on YouTube. You get the point. The entire
Everything was shut down, basically. You had to go through age verification for damn near everything if you were in the UK. People were posting screenshots of all kinds of shit asking for age verification. And keep in mind, by the way, they're trying to tell you that they're not going to keep your information, that they're not going to keep your pictures, that they're not going to keep copies of your ID. But let it be known that's absolute BS, because if you guys are not aware, recently there was an app called T that got all its information taken because it was openly available, unfortunately for them. But all the information was taken, and they themselves even said that they weren't going to store selfie pictures, ID pictures, or any of that, and it was just used for verification. Lo and behold, that was not true, and everything was in fact stored. So don't believe a single word anytime they tell you, oh, we're not going to keep this stuff, we're not going to store it somewhere. Yeah, it's complete bullshit.
Of the internet was locked down thanks to this law coming into effect, but this law also started to leak in and affect people in Europe as well. And you're probably wondering to yourself, how is this even relevant if you don't live in, let's say, UK, or you don't live in Europe? Well, we're going to get into that one in just a moment, because as you can see on screen, this is related to the United States. So after all this happened in UK, in under 24.
All right, so now we have this is the point of the video, right? So now we have the brand new Kids Online Safety Act. This is something that is extremely similar. That was proposed a couple of months ago, I believe like 2 months ago. It was proposed, and it's very, very similar to the UK Online Safety Act. They're trying, except in the US, of course, they have to use the kids in order to push this as far as it could possibly go. So let's see what he has to say.
For hours. Once that happened, once this law came into effect, it wasn't used to protect kids. They started to create an entire situation where they were starting to monitor. They made a police monitoring task force to go to people's doors to basically arrest them or question them if they say anything that is against what the government actually wants you to say. So
that is insane. And I remember this happening when they said that an elite police squad is meant to monitor anti-migrant posts on social media. I remember that. It's so
basically
crazy.
They're using the law that was meant to protect kids to now censor people online if they have anything that goes against what the government wants you to say. Scary stuff. Basically, the UK overnight turned into a massive police state. There's a lot of people talking about this. Even Stride Ice, a big ReZero leaker, he even comments on this, talking about the situation, on how it's been getting bad for years now, but it's gotten even worse thanks to this situation. But getting into the main point here is that this was the start. It's very clear that there is an acceleration of censorship in just this last week and a half. Now, I've been covering this topic for way over a year now about payment processors and what's happened to like DL Site, what's happened to Pixiv, what's happened to Long Library Z. I've been very outspoken about the whole situation. But now that this situation has
been happening for a long, long time, and it's only going to continue to get worse. But of course, like most things, gaming is usually the last thing to get affected by whatever has already affected the rest of entertainment. And this is what's happening now.
And so massive that it's starting to affect not just gamers, but pretty much entire countries. it's very clear that there is something more going on, especially when you take a look at the new bombshell that came out today, and a lot of people are now starting to talk about. So this right here, as you can see on screen, that's been on the screen since the very beginning, is called S1748 Kids Online Safety Act. This is the official congress.gov site. This is an official governmental site ran by the United States. And
you guys can go see this for yourselves, by the way. If you were to look this up, you could go see it on congress.gov. S.1748 Kids Online Safety Act. In case you want to read more and learn more about it, please consider checking it out after you watch this video.
And this is a bill that has been introduced into Congress back in May of this year, just a few months ago, 2 months ago. And it's been relatively gone under the radar, not noticed whatsoever. Nobody was really aware of this until today. And I am talking about the situation because it's incredibly important, because this bill, ironically enough, is titled the exact same way as the bill that just came into effect in the United Kingdoms. Online Safety Act. That's what passed the United Kingdoms. Kids Online Safety Act. Definitely similar. Now, you could chalk it up to saying that, there's only a few words to really describe what the bill is trying to do, but it's very apparent that there is definitely something going on. Call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but anyone seeing what's happened in just the last week and a half can all agree that there is something massively going on with censorship and just these governments' push and these organizations and companies' push to censor fictional media, to censor the internet.
And it makes you wonder, why? Why do any of that? Right? Why censor all the Gooner games? Why censor all of this stuff? Why? What's the point? Right? So let's say all this stuff goes away. What changes? What happens? Does the world suddenly become this beautiful kumbaya fucking place? No, obviously not, right? So what is the play here? What is the point?
Legitimately concerning. And that is why I'm speaking up about this, because it is actually insane to see such a massive acceleration of censorship. But we got to get into what this bill actually is. So at this current time, this bill was introduced relatively recently. It's just only been introduced. It hasn't even passed Senate, hasn't passed House. It's not even been to the president. It hasn't become law. But one of the big things I want to talk about when it comes to this bill that was introduced is that this is the very same government that is refusing to release the Epstein files, the Epstein list.
True.
They're refusing to drop names of.
Well, actually, no. It's even worse than that, right? So there's refusing to give out the names of this list, right? There's refusing to talk about the list. And then there's one step even worse, which is after all this talk about the list being real, and after all this talk about XYZ people being on the list, and after all this social media parade about, XYZ influencer has a copy of the list or whatever, all of a sudden now, the list just doesn't exist. There is no list. There is no spoon. That's even worse, in my opinion, right? That's even worse. If you were just going to flat out say, we don't want to release the names, then people could just attack you for not wanting to release the names. But you just went from, we have names, to, there actually is no spoon. There is no list. The list doesn't exist. It's all I was like, what? It's just ridiculous.
Those that harmed people, that actually assaulted people. They're refusing to name drop actual criminals. Our government is protecting actual criminals and people that harmed kids. But this bill gets introduced. And looking at the track record of what we have seen in just the last 20 or so hours from the UK, thanks to their bill being introduced on the name of protecting kids and brand protection, basically.
It's always about the
kids.
It's
very obvious it's not about protecting kids. It's about censoring the population and knowing what you're doing at any given moment. And that's exactly what this bill is. It's a Trojan horse disguised with its optics to protect kids.
That's extremely well said. It is a Trojan horse. And the truth is that a lot of the laws that get enacted that supposedly is meant to protect people or protect children or whatever nonsense, all these laws they get enacted, they're all Trojan horses. They're all Trojan horses to see how far they could get to the gates of Troy. And they're just waiting for that one Trojan horse to convince everybody to be let through the gates of Troy. And then you're fucked. That's really what it is. People have been spotting the horses. Some of them got closer than others, but all it takes is that one horse to get it through the gates, and you're done.
Not about that. When you start scrolling down and you look at the text on what this early bill has outlined in it, there is some things that obviously sound good, but then things start to become very questionable when you start.
Well, see, what they do is they start off with things that they know is going to make people feel good and think good things about the bill, and then they hope that everybody who doesn't bother reading the rest would have just read the beginning and thought to themselves, oh, this is a no-brainer. Yeah, let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. That's what they bank on. They bank on people being too lazy.
Realizing that there's some things within this that outline that they want to add, obviously, age identification with ID, very similar to UK, but they start talking about overusage of online. For instance, time limits. For instance, time limits as maybe you might be only able to use the internet for 2 or 3 or so hours until your internet access is completely cut off. And then on top of that, they talk about how
I'll be fucking damned if I'm paying XYZ amount of money for internet access and you motherfuckers want to come out and say, oh, you're only allowed 2 hours on the internet. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What do you think? This is China? Get out of here. Who do you think you are? Do you think that's even going to remotely work here? Absolutely not.
how there would have to be yearly inspections. There is literally a clause in here, if you go down, that talks about.
Actually, think about it. I wouldn't be able to do my job. That's the crazy thing. I do 2 gaming streams a day, 2 to 3 hours each, and then I do a Hypnocast 2 to 3 hours every day as well. So I'm streaming anywhere from, let's say, 7 to 9 hours a day. And then obviously, I edit my videos, upload them and all that shit. So I wouldn't even be able to do my job. Most people wouldn't be able to do anything if you were to limit, your streaming time or your internet time to 2-3 hours or whatever. It'd be fucking impossible.
Every website on the internet that has a certain amount of traction in viewers or users, they are supposed to disclose the information and the records and stuff to the government about basically how many people are using it, or if there's, people are using their IDs or minors, whatever, anything like that. Just disclose the information to the government, which is already concerning. Now, let's be honest. The government already knows who we all are. I mean, okay? But the thing is if they're grabbing all this data from you and they are actively getting your, identification on these different sites, it builds a internet footprint. It builds, a footprint on what
it's eventually going to lead to a social credit score. That's really what it is. Right now we have a regular credit score based on your habits of paying things back and taking out loans and whatnot. But when they gather this amount of social data on you, when they gather all this data on you, it's to eventually introduce something that's going to be similar to a social credit score. And if you are basically wrongthink, if you are somebody who is problematic in terms of, being against what the government says or does, if you're any of these things, well, I mean, it ends up being a situation where you get scored so low that you can't get anything. You can't get a fucking house. You damn near might not even be able to get a job depending on your social credit score. That's what they're trying to aim for. That's what they're trying to do by garnering all this information. There is no reason. I'm telling you right now, unless it's something illegal, there is no reason for the government to care about who you sleep with in bed. There is no reason for the government to care about how many video games you play. There's no reason for the government to care about who you talk to or whatever the case may be. Unless, of course, again, if it's illegal, you're fucking talking to terrorists or something, that's something different. But otherwise, there's no reason. The only reason they want to gather this information is to eventually go to the point of social credit score. That's the only reason they want that information for.
You've been doing, and they're able to know what you're saying, what political party you're on, what side you're on, how you feel about something. It's obviously going to be used as, to, see what you're doing. Surveillance, basically. That's what's going to happen. And so this bill is, the optics of it is being disguised to protect kids, but it's very obvious that's not what it's about. It is way more than that. It's literally doing the exact same thing that the UK bill did and has been passed, because let's just be completely blunt. If someone brings up the question, so you're telling me you're wanting to oppose a bill that is supposed to protect kids from seeing very questionable and awful things on the internet.
That's called gaslighting. I'm glad he said it that way. because that's literally how all of these psychos that are pro censorship on X, they try to phrase it in that exact manner. They try to gaslight you. They try to say, oh, so you just want kids to be able to see whatever the fuck you know, it doesn't matter. You want them to be able to see porn. What are you, a PDF file? They try to do everything they possibly can to discredit you, try to make it as inflammatory as possible, try to get people to just get this initial emotional reaction and say, no, I'm not a PDF file. No. They try to make you freak out because that way you're less likely to realize what's actually going on or even fight back in general. That's what they hope to do.
Obviously, when you bring that up into a conversation, it's going to shut down most conversation. People are going to be like, yeah, I don't want to argue against that.
Exactly.
It's like, who would want to be against protecting kids?
Exactly.
It's common sense. But the problem is that is being used as a Trojan horse to get things in to be able to actually restrict even adults, cause actual issues. So that is the problem here, that this is leading into, as I've already been saying for the last few videos, Shimonetta. We are actually entering into Shimonetta. And it's, I can't believe it. I cannot believe we actually have a bill like this right now in Congress for United States. Now, apparently from what I could dig up, this is something that's been trying to get passed for a while. Like there has been similar bills over the years, but I want to strictly point this out, that the title of this is the same as the UK stuff. And with everything that's been going on as of late with censorship, there's clearly a push. There is definitely a significant push of censorship on everything. As of late, it is multiple countries involved in this. It's multiple organizations and
Shimonetta is an anime, by the way, for those people asking.
Multiple activists, payment processors. It is legitimately horrifying. And so the question is, what can you do? Well, the only thing I can really recommend is, I'm going to say it.
It's basically Shimonetta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. Just an FYI. It's basically a world where none of this stuff would ever exist. How boring of a world would that possibly be?
Well, your state representative, like really, if you're a United States citizen, you should call your senator. You should call your representative and basically tell them you don't want this to pass. Just bring it up and say this is unconstitutional. This shouldn't exist. Do not allow this to pass. Because what's really crazy about this entire situation is that the people on this bill is on both sides. You have Republicans and Democrats all agreeing with this bill that has introduced it or is co-sponsors of this bill.
Yeah, because it's bro, the idea of parties is really for the people to fight over. When it comes to politicians and governmental entities, the uniparty being an absolute thing, they all try to do this in their own separate ways, right? Democrats try to do censorship for their own benefit. Republicans try to do censorship for their own benefit. But at the end of the day, they're both fucking with you. They're both literally fucking with you. They're trying to do what they can to get what they want and use whatever they can to get what they want. It's happening all the time.
So this isn't, let's say, a one-party issue. It's both sides.
It's never a one-party issue, ever.
Get this passed. So don't try to turn this into, oh, the Republicans want to do this. Oh, the Democrats want to do this. No, both sides. It's both sides. Stop trying to fight each other and look at the bigger picture, that there's something going on. So I'll leave it at that. I'm sorry I'm talking about censorship once again, but this is just some really important stuff to talk about. It's extremely important, and I'm glad to see a lot more people are starting to cover this subject, like Asmongold, Mutahar. You have, Bellier News is talking about it. It's really nice to see more content creators covering this, and more people need to be talking about this because it is seriously important, and people need to understand if we just sit around and do nothing, it's going to get bad. It's going to get very bad. I'll leave it at that, though. I love you guys. Thank you.
All right. Well, shout out to Chibi Reviews, man. I'm going to drop his link in the description box below for this video. Definitely go check it out. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing. He did a fantastic job on this video. And yes, he is correct. More and more people need to be talking about this. I got a comment today that I thought was pretty funny on my YouTube channel. Somebody commented and said, how many times are you going to repackage this? And I said, guess what? For you, I'm going to do about another 20 videos. Consider this 1 out of 20, motherfucker. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And I will see you guys on the next one. And that's it. Let me link his... I legitimately got that comment. I legitimately got I got that comment. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Here, I'm gonna link Chibi Reviews video in the chat. So if you guys want to check that out, consider checking that out. I think he really did a great job on that. I think he did a great job on that. I'm also gonna drop it on Rumble as well. Shout out to Rumble over there. I'm gonna drop that in the chat. So that way you guys can check that out. And listen, anybody who's talking about this stuff, you know, consider giving them your support. It's not just me, man. This is not a one-person thing. It's not a one-man thing. This is going to be a global initiative. It really is, of people who is going to just keep talking about this. Like, you have to keep talking about this. You really do. Because again, these comments, I'll show you. I think I got the screenshot. Hold on. I think I got the screenshot. I will show you. Again, I don't make this shit up, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this comment. Oh, look at this. Watch. Look at this. About the somebody commented on the Savvy video, and somebody, ironically, the person's name is Lucifer. Ironically, the person's name is Lucifer, right? But in any case, the person says, "How many times you got to repackage this?" And I was like, repackaging is giving new info, question mark. I was like, you know what? For you, expect 20 more videos. Stay tuned. Lucifer is mad. Lucifer is mad. He's like, why won't you just let me have my way? Like, no, bitch. No, bitch. So anyway, I thought it was funny. It's unbelievable, some of the comments I get. Yo, what's up, Mr. Rouge? How you doing, brother? That bill is null and void. It's illegal to have more than one reading per day. Look it up. Well, we're going to, like I said, we're going to talk about that for sure. We are definitely going to talk about that more and more and more. All right, let me catch up on Super Chats. Then we're going to get into the next main topic of the evening, which is about Spartacus and the black female gladiator. I can't. Guys, you want to laugh? Listen, after all that serious talk, let's have a laugh. Let's have a laugh. This is going to be a good one. Don't worry about it. Okay, where are we at, man? We got Miss Molly for a $2.49. It says, give us Freddy Krueger. Is that what you want? You want a Freddy Krueger video game? That sounds actually really cool. We got Pip up for a 5. Canada was working on a digital ID bill C-63, but at the time, the government shut down. Then we had an election to vote in the same party that wanted it. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Collective Karens of Australia for a 5. Y'all just heard about this. I've been warning people about it since it was introduced. The first time 4 years ago, Blue Menthol is owned by Encos. Well, I mean, we've been talking about censorship for a while. We've covered many different parties that advocate for it. But this conversation around payment processors, it first came to my attention during the whole anime manga situation. And now it's creeping over into video games. Obviously, it was only a matter of time that happened. So, but listen, it doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter. As long as we all finish it. Now, you can't expect someone to know everything. So that's the point of making videos like this. That's the point of conversing like this, so that people wake up more and more and more every day. I'll put it to you like this. I can repeat myself. I can repeat one thing during every stream, literally every stream, for an entire year. And there will be people who have been subscribed to me for that entire year that would have never known that I said it. Because that's just how it works. You got to keep saying shit. Because every day people are, not everybody watches every stream. Not everybody watches every video. That's just kind of how it goes together, Nico with a CLP 10,000. 1984 wasn't a fictional book. It was a warning and nobody paid attention. I wouldn't say nobody paid attention, but I would say that, unfortunately, a lot of people are asleep to it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Next is Doctor with a 2. The Clintons invited Epstein to the White House a ton. I'm sure they did. We got Panthera for 26 months. Let's cancel this censorship culture. Isn't that an oxymoron, though? Collective Karens in Australia for 2. I am blocked by the main dem who introduced it. Really? That's crazy. Then we got James up with a $20.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to James up, the legend. He says, this is the second bill with this name. First one is S1409. 118th Congress, 23 to 24. It changed for the new session of Congress. The support is minimal. Chances are less than 10%. Not saying don't call it out, though. Well, see, here's the thing. As the payment processors become more and more egregious with it, they fund a lot of these politicians. So what are the chances that these politicians who are bought and paid for by these, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, what are the chances that they will fight harder for this? And it goes from 10% to 20% to 30%. Before you know it, it'll be enough to get it passed, So this is why we got to keep calling this shit out as much as possible. Camchi with 199. There is now there's a guy to stop this, and now doing my part. Shout out to Camchi. Thank you so much for the 199, my friend. I appreciate you. Let's go over to Rubble. We got a Dare Soto with a 2. That's one of the part, that question about the time limit. What does that mean? That reminds me of the Chinese Communist Party. They did that to players online gaming. I know they did. That's why I said this is not China. The fuck? Anti-Federalist paying with a 2. Rather than forcing companies to decide between liability and control or protections at open platforms, they would rather censor the individual than regulate the corporations. Yep, that's actually well said, man. Good job, Anti-Federalist paying. Adair's also with a 2. And Chibi reviews, he's right. You should talk about your representative and tell them what to say. And the way you do that, you don't argue with them. Talk to them as people, even though they're not. Well said. Then we got Courtney dropping a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much, Courtney. I appreciate that. And then we got Anti-Federalist paying with $1, 1984. Oh, they paid attention, but they thought it was a blueprint, not a warning. Shout out to you, bro. And then we got, I think we got some gifted games. Actually, hold on. Let me see something really quick. I think we got gifted games on Steam. Let me just double check. Really fast. Look at this fucking guy, bro. Who did this? Look at this shit, bro. Look at this. Steel Fist. He says, milk does the body good, Hypno. Milking mirror. Bro, come on. This is too much, bro. Too much. I can't do it. I'm putting this in the same boat as the furry games. I can't do it, man. Fuck God. I can't do it. Shout out to Steel Fist, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I can't do it though. It's too hardcore. No milking games. No milk. I'm gonna reply. No milky. All right. Stream it? Fuck no, bro. Absolutely not. Thank you for the sentiment, though. Thank you for the sentiment. This motherfucker Atreus still hasn't accepted my gifted game. That bastard. Courtney dropping a 199 super sticker after the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere, I believe. Yes, we are fully caught up. All right, let's get into the next topic, man. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Although, to be honest with you, it may not be all fun. It might not be, because it's so mind numbing. Let's just keep it like that. It's so mind numbing. But anyway, let's cover it. All right, so if you guys are unaware, Spartacus is a TV show that I thoroughly enjoyed back when it was, I forgot how long ago this show was even out. But Spartacus was an amazing, violent, super toxic masculinity style TV show with all the violence, all the freaking action, everything you could possibly want. Obviously, it didn't get as good once the main actor unfortunately died with cancer and they had to replace him. The third outing for this show wasn't that great in my opinion, but the first 2 seasons were absolutely incredible. And it was one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I've talked about this show quite often, but they just announced that they're coming out with another TV show for Spartacus. But without Spartacus, they're coming out with something called Spartacus, the House of Ashra. Now, there's 2 main problems with this particular TV show. Number 1, spoiler alert for the people watching this video. You have time to click off the video right now in 3, 2, 1. Asher is dead, right? Asher got beheaded in the final season of the TV show. So how is he suddenly back with his own house? I really don't know. This is probably going to be some form of other story that they're going to be telling with Asher for the House of Asher. That is one major problem from a story perspective. Number 2, you also have this, where apparently it is and I am not even kidding, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you they have a black female gladiator as the main character of this particular TV show. Yes, Yes, I am not kidding. Like, this is in a world where there are male gladiators and only male gladiators for a reason. Somehow, some way, they have a black female gladiator, probably a lesbian, to be honest with you, standing toe-to-toe and equal with men. And I'm not just saying that, it's actually in the trailer. So let's watch the trailer first, and then we're going to react to the comments, and they are brutal. The comments are brutal. What I will say is that shout out to Stars for not actually turning off the comments. They haven't disabled the comments at all, not yet anyway, so they must be okay with the bloodbath. So let's check this out and see what we got going on. Get your cringe suits ready. You're going to need it.
You have been granted the greatest of honor to grace the sands of the arena.
I'm telling you right now, for people who cover TV shows and movies and whatnot, their channels are going to explode exponentially covering this TV show. Early congratulations to all of you. It ain't going to be me, but congratulations to you.
Is there any endeavor that does not find you? A failure.
The house of Asher shall wallow in the dirt.
Again, I don't understand how Asher is even here right now, considering he got beheaded at the end of the last season. I don't know how he's alive. This is something they're probably not even going to bother explaining, to be honest with you. It's probably just a dream of his or something. I really don't know.
They hold at this house, and we among it are lesser. Who stands to show what we truly are? There is but one. Behold!
Did you hear that? Who stands to show them what we truly are? There is only one. Behold.
Sight never before witnessed in the arena.
Yeah, a sight never before witnessed in the arena. Gee, I wonder why that is. Could it be because this woman would get absolutely decimated in a gladiatorial combat arena? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Right? You're going to have people that say, oh, it's fake. Who matters? Stop the gaslight, bro. Stop. You know that you yourselves do not take what you're seeing right now on screen seriously. You know that, right? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows what happens to the women in Spartacus. They're usually treated as slaves, right? That's just the times. That's what it is. But you mean to tell me this woman is going to stand toe to toe with a fucking gladiator, multiple gladiators on top of that too? Like, what?
They will never welcome a woman as one of their own.
I did
That's
not
true.
ask to be in this house. Yet I stand equal as any man within it.
Yet I stand equal as any man within it. Do you feel it, guys? Are you watching this video and you're feeling it within yourself? Do you feel that swelling inside of you, in your heart? That diversity, that equity, that inclusion? Oh, it's amazing. Spartacus would be proud. Crixus would be proud. Crixus would welcome this woman with open arms, I'm sure. It'll be an amazing thing.
It is time to embrace your destiny. And if the gods will it, to victory.
Oh man, stunning and brave. I'm sure the crowd was cheering for this. I'm sure that's definitely going to happen. The crowd was so happy to see a female, black female gladiator. You know, I don't even care if she's black, bro. Just putting a female gladiator in there, you're so stupid. I don't get it. I really don't. Like, have you learned nothing? Have you learned absolutely nothing? Just tell me that you wanted to release a flop, because that's what's going to happen here. I really don't understand how, after everything we've seen for the last 5 years plus, that you want to be putting this woman into this role and expecting everybody to just eat it up. You really think that a story of a female gladiator inside the story of Spartacus, of all stories, by the way, is going to be something that people are just going to eat up and be like, yep, that's amazing? What? Nobody's going to believe that.
Those who bear the mark of the Brotherhood.
They even talk about the mark of the Brotherhood. How are you going to have a woman getting the mark of the Brotherhood?
Don't stand, man! Do not stand, woman! We stand! gladiators!
Oh man. So you know what's sad? It seems as if this particular TV show is at least going to be just as violent, just as sexual, just as everything as the original TV series. That's great. I'm glad they're keeping the violence and not censoring it. I'm glad they're keeping the over-the-top sex and not censoring it. I'm glad they're doing that. But then why the fuck are you doing the other thing? Like, what the hell is the point of that? You could have had a pretty decent show on your hands. You could have had something that people wouldn't be making their first assumption over based off what's so obviously in their face. You could have had that, but instead you're giving it all up for what? What is the point? And then somebody tried to say, well, in the comments, they tried to say, well, Stars is primarily, 9 out of 10, a black TV show or a black like TV channel, whatever the case would be. Who cares, bro? So what? Black people can't watch something with a white lead in it? Well, like, it just doesn't make any sense, man. None of this makes any sense. So anyway, that's the trailer right there. Let's look at some of the comments for this because it is just incredible. We got Endymion saying, Jesus Christ, you guys never learn. More slop on the way. Master the TDS says, my grandma always told me it doesn't matter what they teach in school. Spartacus was a black lesbian woman. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. Dan Vaz says, I'm convinced we're living in a South Park episode. It has to be. Kada says, this is so blatant that I'm surprised y'all still went through with it. You know what? That's where I'm at. This is where I'm at personally. I feel like this is so blatant. This is so obvious. You cannot tell anybody that this is not an agenda-driven TV show. There's just no fucking way. It is literally completely so out of it that when you look at it, I can understand how I know that they're going to be out there. I know that the typical, you already know like who I'm talking about. The typical lefty people who are going to be out there be like, this is so amazing. This is stunning and brave. I'm totally going to watch this. They're never going to watch it, by the way, but I'm totally going to watch this. This is, people are just mad because of black females in it, whatever. Yeah, this is fucking stupid. This is absolutely stupid. This is delusional. And we all know you don't mean what you're saying. We all know that you don't believe a single word that you're saying. You also think this is stupid. You also cannot believe they did this. But you know that with your ideology, it's either pure submission or you get ousted. So you're going to submit no matter what anyway. Just as Spick says, this is stupid as fuck. I agree. Make it gay and lame. Heel versus babyface. Yes, finally. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. More of this, please. Now, this is what I was saying before. Content creators that cover TV shows and movies, congratulations. You found your golden goose. This is another golden goose. Whoever's going to be covering this TV show is going to explode on YouTube, guaranteed. Thousands upon thousands of subscribers. I envy you. Congratulations. I wish this was gaming related. Maybe I would get to 100K, but it's not. It's not. It's your golden goose. Perry Chan, bro. Perry Chan is out here with the chaos, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's like, yep, looks similar. Oh, that's rough. Another show dead before it even comes out. Laughing my ass off. Now, if you guys didn't see the actual poster, let me show you the poster, because if you thought that the trailer was cringe, just wait. The poster is even more cringe than the trailer itself. If you look at the poster, her time has come. Oh, man, I felt it. Did you feel it? I felt it. I felt it. My heart was just swollen right now with stunning and bravery. That's what I felt. Oh, I felt it. So listen, guys, I saw this and I had to share it with you. I know I don't normally cover TV shows and movies, but Spartacus is one of my favorite TV series. I absolutely love this TV series. You could go back to some of my oldest streams. When people ask me what some of my favorite TV series are, I always bring up Spartacus. It is such a good TV show. I know some people find it to be cringe, and that's okay. It's my cringe. I don't give a fuck. This show was amazing. It was brutal. It was toxic masculinity through the fucking roof, espionage, all kinds of political backstabbing. It had everything that you could possibly want. And like I said, the last couple of seasons fell off due to what happened to the OG actor, unfortunately, but still, fantastic TV series. And sadly, it has come to this, like everything, right? Everything goes to shit at some point in time. Everything literally goes to shit. And Spartacus is now joining that particular, that particular notion. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this? If you are a fan of Spartacus like I am, what are your thoughts on this particular let's just say Gladiator. If you're not a fan of Spartacus, let me know what you think about this from an outsider looking in. But regardless, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, man. This is fucking sad, bro. Every time I look at this, I'm just like, really? Like, seriously? This is what we're doing now? I mean, to be fair, this is what we have been doing, and this is why they keep losing. But this is what we're doing now. I really hope this actress has a tough skin. Get ready for all of the racism allegations, by the way. Get ready for all of the talks of racist review bombing. Get ready for all that shit. All that shit's going to happen with this particular TV show. You already know what's coming. You already know what's coming. She's probably going to do a whole bunch of interviews talking about how amazing it is to be the first black female in a gladiatorial role or some shit. I don't know. Fucking make it up. They make it up all the time. I don't know. Exactly. This isn't our first rodeo. Exactly, right? Like, it's so fucking sad, bro. Like, you could be telling an original black story, something based in Africa or even outside of Africa. You could tell an original black story. You choose not to. You choose to put a black female in it and make it fucking gay, probably. It's so stupid. This is why I have stopped watching TV. I really have. I haven't watched TV very much in years, bro. I've just been playing video games. I'd rather play a bad video game than watch a bad TV show. I've said this so many times. Anyway, let's catch up on Super Chats, man. We'll start with Rumble this time over. Let's see. We got Fear the Haggis with $1. We need to start a gamers lobby worldwide. Fuck these people. Had to come over here to say it. YouTube would have let me say it. Fuck me, censored everywhere. I know it sucks. Thank you, man. Anti-Pharaoh's paying with $1. They know Spartacus is historical drama, right? He was a real person. So let me guess. Yasukita was the first black female gladiator based on the work of one person that cites herself? I suppose so. Well, see, here's the thing. This has to take place. Okay, so it has to take place after Spartacus, but it also has to technically take place before Asher dies. But the thing is, Asher didn't have a house before then. So he was too busy playing espionage, trying to catch up to Spartacus and Crixus. So how is this story going to fit into any of this? I don't understand. I think this is going to be some sort of like alternate timeline bullshit where Asher ended up getting his own house after Spartacus ended up escaping the house of Batiatus. Like that's what I'm assuming is probably gonna happen. But I don't. Maybe no, it's not a twin. I doubt it's a twin. But it's the weirdest thing, bro. It is the weirdest thing. This is literally like, hey, we made an alternate timeline just so we can excuse why we have a female gladiator in here. It's fan fiction. It is legitimate fan fiction. Really bad fan fiction too, by the way. Adair Soto with a 2. Let's just say the show is good. It's still questioned. Why'd you put a woman in there? There's no women in that era of Spartacus. Still breaks the atmosphere of a lie that we have to eat this. Oh no, there's women in that era, but they are treated like, not well. Let's just put it like that. And they made sure that you knew it, right? In the first Spartacus, they made sure that you knew that women were, most women were treated not that great. I mean, obviously, Lucy Lawless played the wife of Batiatus, and she played a major role in the story as well. But at the end of the day, she still submitted to the fucking man of the house anyway. So on most occasions, maybe not all of them, but on most, But anyway, let's see. We got Anti-Federalist paid with $1. I wonder what Kirk Douglas thinks of this. Dude's lived in a century and had to watch his greatest role become this. Yeah, it's pretty fucked, man. It's pretty fucked. Adair Soto with a 2. And also, it's faking it. It's obvious an agenda. It's political points. They want to make the audience to make them feel stupid. It's like every TV show that we know and love. I really would love to know what the ratings would be for this TV show, but we're never going to get the truth. They're always going to try to spin it as some sort of victory. The #1 fucking TV show within the last 3 days, in an alternate timeline. It counts. It totally counts. Anti-Federalist paying with $1. Never mind. He died in 2020. Maybe that's for the best. Sad. Very sad. Okay, let's go on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Let's see what we got going on here. We got Mervoth for a 2. Femme gladiators exist, but were rare and not versus men. Well, again, that's the thing. When she says that she stands equal with all men, bro, you know that shit would not fly. That is not even remotely true. But again, it's Hollywood, baby, right? Schizo with a 199. We was gladiators and shit. Shout out to Schizo. Blackguard with a $20.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Blackguard says, for people who constantly whine and bitch about cultural appropriation and colonization, it's always hilarious to see the constant blackwashing of classic characters, usually gingers, in all eras. It's funny every single time. Well, see, so the thing is, they're going to claim this is not blackwashing because it's going to be a new, originally made up, full of shit character for this particular TV show. So it's not technically blackwashing because you're not transferring one white character. It's not like they're trying to claim she's Spartacus. She's not Spartacus, right? They're just using the name Spartacus because they can't sell the show using the name Shaniqua. You know what I mean? Like, they got to use the name that everybody knows, which is Spartacus. If they were to use the name of her character, nobody would fucking watch. If they were to use the name of anybody else, nobody would fucking watch. So they use the name Spartacus, but she's not Spartacus, right? But it is blackwashing in the sense of, you know, they're taking a character that is normally supposed to be a white male or a form of a, you know, or male in general. This is more like gender washing, I would say, than blackwashing. But there's a little bit of blackwash. It's a lot of washing. It's all kinds of shit. But you guys get what I'm saying. We got Black Tailgate with 6 months. I wonder if by the time this Spartacus comes out, we'll be required to go through age verification to watch it. That's a damn good question. Because that's a show that definitely should have age verification. I mean, but listen, it's rated pretty bad. So the Mervault for 2 Spartacus was Star's version of Game of Thrones. And it was so good. I loved it. Next is Nocturne with a 2. At this point, Wasis and proud words are worthless. True. I agree with that. Gearmaster with a 5. My favorite X comment. My name is Diversitas Equitas Inclusias. Oh, shit. My name is Diversitas Equitas Inclusias. That's fucking great. Oh, that's great. We need to use that. That's fantastic. Great job on that one. We got a Dare Sultan for a 2. That's what I meant, Hypnotic. I just didn't have enough space for this chat. Like, there's no women for joining Spartacus. Yeah, exactly. And even like the TV show said, the TV show even acknowledges it. No man in that gladiatory house is going to ever accept a woman as their combat partner. It is just never going to happen. But of course, if the plot needs it, it will happen. There's also with a 2. You know, I just remember something here, dog. This reminds me of the Space Marine about the female. Remember that everyone said there are always Space Marine women? You just didn't know. So they were talking about the what the fuck were they called, man? Oh my God, dude, I forgot, bro. My brain is just fried right now. But I get what you're saying. It wasn't Space Marines, though. It wasn't Space Marines. Toxin with a 2 says Sparkeisha. Oh, stop. The Adeptus Custodes. That's what it was. The Custodes. My bad. My brain just completely farted. The Custodes. That's the one that they made into women. Fucking Toxin, bro. Stop it. Sparkeisha. That's crazy. That needs to be put on Twitter right now. Blackguard with a 10, calling it now. She's going to have her Toby whipping moment from Roots in this show. These moron writers won't be able to resist. Oh, yeah, dude. And they're going to do like the slow motion. You know, they're going to zoom in on her face. It's going to be highly emotional. And she's not going to cry, though. That's the thing. They can't show them crying. They can't show any weakness. She's going to take it like a man. And then all the men around her are going to respect her for it. And then all of a sudden, she's going to be one with the Brotherhood because she took a couple of lashes and didn't cry like they all expected her to. That's what the writing's going to be. I can literally see it from a mile away. You're going to see like a little bit of a quiver here and there, but no tears. There will be no tears whatsoever. And then the writers are going to be like, oh, bravery, stunning. So stunning. Sanguine with an 18 months says Spark Wafina. Oh my God. Stop it. Spark Wafina. God, Jesus, man. I got to get her off the screen. Y'all are going crazy. Y'all are going crazy. I can't. Spark with Fina. I can't, man. Oh my god. All right, hold on. I think we're caught up everywhere. Yes, we are caught up everywhere. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, wait. See, Bruce stuck one in for it too. Your name is Toby. No, it's Barkeisha. This is so great. The good thing about these TV shows is that they bring us together, right? They bring all of us together. We all find each other, and we just have a great time. And we end up building an audience that just laughs at this shit. You got to laugh at it because we know what's going to flop. Pretty much everybody knows it's going to flop, of course. So, not like, why even care? I just care as a Spartacus fan because it's memories, man. That's really what it is. It's memories. All right, here's what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to cover now. Miss Molly for a 249. Xena Warrior Princess. Bro. Man, no, man. Lucy Lawless was in that show, man. She was amazing. So sad. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to cover, for the last couple of minutes, we're going to talk about Phantom Blade Zero. We're going to talk about some good news, man. Let's look at some gameplay, and I know it's going to lag for you because it's StreamYards, but please bear with me to the best of your ability. I put it on 30 FPS, so hopefully it doesn't lag as much. That's all I can really say. She was the mastermind. She sure as fuck was. But she knew how to play the game. That's what made her so smart. She knew how to use her womanly ways to get what she wanted. She got fucked over in the end because she went a little bit too far. But she was a big time gooner, though. She was fucking all the slaves and shit. Golden apples for 189. Sparkanda forever. Sorry. I had to read that one. Adam Juman for $1. There were about 20 women in the gladiatorial rings. They were the worst prostitutes in Rome. Yeah, they probably fought each other and died. That's basically it. They definitely didn't fight no fucking Crixus. Anyway. I missed the super. What super did I miss? Let me see. Muppet Show for a 2. It's Ironheart during the Rome. Ironheart? Oh my god, bro. Ironheart during the Roman times. You know what? You might be right. Orc Dictator with a 5. Why they never take real black women fighters like the Queen of Mush who defeated the Romans? She fought in the field. Well, it's because they don't want to do anything that requires them to actually have to research the stories they want to tell. They don't want to do that, right? Like they rather just take something that was already successful and done before, insert a character, tell everybody they have to like it or they're racist, and then move on. That's it. We're talking about minimal effort here for maximum gain. Although, to be honest with you, I don't think there's going to be much maximum gain to be had here, personally. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's get into the last topic today. Phantom Blade Zero. So if you guys are not aware, Phantom Blade Zero is a brand new video game that's going to be coming out pretty soon. It is essentially going to be what is targeted to be like a Souls-like game, very similar to Wu Chang, very similar to Wukong. But here's the thing. Phantom Blade Zero, in my opinion, looking at the gameplay, looks much closer to your Wukong style gameplay than Wu Chang. Wu Chang is definitely more Dark Souls gameplay with a little bit of a mix of Sekiro in the way that things perform. But for the most part, it's a more slow, methodical approach in terms of a video game. This particular game, Phantom Blade Zero, is the complete opposite. It looks to be a lot faster, a lot flashier, and definitely more in the line of what looks like to be a Wukong style game or even a Stellar Blade style game, something that's more hack and slash, not so much a Souls-like game. So we're going to see some gameplay. This is 60 minutes of gameplay. We're not going to look at all of it. We're all going to look at a little bit, talk about it, break it down, and see what's going on here. Here we go. Multiple weapon types, obviously. I see my dual blades. Give me my dual blades. Give me my dual blades. So right off the bat, you can kind of tell that the that the movement is a lot faster. You can see that he jumped up that ladder. He has movements that are very similar to Sekiro, so definitely seems like faster overall traversal. But in terms of combat definitely seems a lot faster. I think this is going to be a major hit. I really think Phantom Blade Zero is going to be a major hit. Bro. Oh my God, bro. Dude, that entire sequence is insane. And that's only just a regular mob. What the hell? That's so fast. This is my kind of gameplay. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think I could safely say, just from watching the first minute and a half of this is not going to be a Souls-like game. It might have some similarities in terms of different gameplay aspects, but overall, this is definitely going to be a hack and slash game. Probably similar to like your Stellar Blade and stuff like that. This is not going to be a Souls-like game. Which I'm down for that. That was so sick. So obviously you got different weapons. They're available to you, fast weapon switches. It looks like you could have 2 weapons at any given time and 2 range at any given time. Interesting lore drops. Yeah, I agree. Not everything needs to be a Souls-like video game. Oh, you can have two different weapon slots, it looks like. So 2 different combo of weapons, because it looks like he has a dual wield setup and a longsword style setup, and then his other weapon setup is an axe with a bow. So you can have basically two sets of weapons. At any given time. Yeah, this is definitely going to be something up my alley. Look at that one-handed axe, bro. The parry is so smooth. And the enemies don't wait. The enemies don't wait for one or the other before they attack, so that's good. They both attack you at once. Holy. Oh my God, bro. What? Oh my God. Bro, the animations got me bricked. It's unbelievable how fast this shit is. But it's smooth. It's like it's just, I don't know if it's coming off on screen very well, probably not, but it's so smooth. And the sound effects are top tier. What's that? Fucking Black Mage? Is that VV? Why is that guy armored up wearing a VV hat? What's going on? Look at that. Look at that. They attack at the same time. Why can't we get more of that? I'm so tired of some of these modern games where you have multiple enemies and they do the Hollywood thing where they attack one at a time. Like the fact that both enemies ran at you at the same exact time and attacked you at the same exact time is way more challenging, and we need more of that. Holy shit. Let me see if there's any boss battles on this particular video. Let's see. Oh, damn. What did I walk into? Holy shit. He just beheaded that guy. Oh, that is so fucking sick. What? Bro, the fact that this game has all the gore and all like the dismemberment and stuff, I'm sold. Like, there's no way I'm not playing this game. I don't think I bought this game yet, but I absolutely, like, if it's available for pre-order on Steam, 100% am gonna play this game. This thing looks unbelievable in my opinion. It is fucking insane. There's some boss battle footage. Let's see what we got here. Oh shit, it's Review Tech USA. Let's go. This looks like it's going to be problematic. I like the music. Oh, messing with your vision. Yo, what weapons does he have? They look sick. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? That looks amazing. Are those the fucking chakrams? Holy shit. I am brick. Guys, with all due respect, I'm a dual blade kind of guy, but those chakrams are fucking incredible. They are incredible. There's no way I'm not going to use those. This game sincerely looks incredible. Holy shit. I am like, I need to check if this is on Steam right now. It's not on Steam yet. So it looks like the game is set to release in the fall of 2026. So we have a long way to go before we have to play this game. But at least we get to see some initial gameplay, almost an hour worth. This is unbelievable. What? What the fuck was that? And he's dead. That's what I thought. No, this game looks insane, man. This game is coming out in the fall of 2026 for PC and PlayStation 5, according to what I could find online. So definitely check it out. I'm going to link this video in the chat so you guys can go see it. And yeah, it's just this is wild, man. It's an hour of gameplay, so plenty for you to witness and check out. We only really got to the 23-minute mark, but we didn't watch the whole 23 minutes anyway. So check it out. See what you think about it. I think this is sick. I can't wait to play this game. I need to see more. Would love to see more. And hopefully in the future, because, you know, we still got so much time throughout the year before the game comes out. We'll be able to see more for sure. So let me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys on the next one. This shit is insane. I'm going to link it right now. Honestly, I'm shocked at how good the gameplay looks. I didn't think it was going to look that good. I know the stream wasn't showing it nowhere near as good as it actually is, but I'm telling you, go watch that trailer. Go watch that video. It's not even a trailer. It's just somebody uploading the gameplay. From a channel called Game V. It says Phantom Blade Zero epic 60-minute exclusive walkthrough gameplay. Unreal Engine 5, 4K, 60 FPS, HDR. So they got the chance to play the game exclusively. Good for them. Looks pretty dope. All right, really quick, let's catch up on super chats. Was there any? Let's see. We got Speedy Cake with a 10. Man, this age verification shit reminds me of the edited MGS2 AI chat between Raiden and the Patriots that came out shortly after AI-related programs released to the public a few years ago. Yeah, it's amazing how some of these older video games, especially Kojima games, somehow are able to predict the future a lot of the time. Commander Sonok with a 5. Phantom Blade Zero just released a new video on YouTube. I got to look at that after. I will check that out after. Unless you're talking about this one that we just watched. On Rumble, I don't think there was anything on Rumble. Let me see. Nope, there was. Hold on. My bad. Let's see. Adair Soto with a 2. Oh, yeah, I remember that scene. Hypnotic still, it will come back to bite her in the ass. But it shows you how women can use their power, their bodies, and it shows you the something is a scary of women. I don't know. I couldn't read that. Adair Soto. Deadeye's Lock with $1. PB0 is the Souls-like version of Metal Gear Rising. That would be insane. Anti-Federal is paying with $1. Sparkisha is already better than Spartacus. She's managing to get crucified before the show even comes out. I am Sparkisha. Everyone, yeah, it's her. Nail that bitch. Facts. Adam Juma with $1. I've been playing Transformers War for Cybertron on my Steam Deck. That's a really good game. That's a really good game. So good job on that one. Okay, we are fully caught up everywhere. Let us get into the waifu battle. This one's going to be a bit controversial, but we're going to get into the waifu battle. We're not quite at tier 2 just yet, but maybe we will get lucky and the waifu battle will help us get there. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Waifu battle, and then we're going to raid someone after this. Let's go. All right. The waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last waifu battle, we saw the return of one of the most epic waifus in history. And that is none other than Misato, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she's back. She's back. The psycho bitch is back. And she's here to try to steal the show. But before we bring out the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You gotta put the name first. If you do not put the name of the wife in the super chat first, then it will not count, and it doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the wife you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Masato, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes on screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After the 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If the last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts, so please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We all know we don't understand the rules. All right, boys, listen. It is time to bring out a waifu that has been requested quite often. Quite often. And, you know, it's been a while. But I was like, you know what? Listen, let's see if she can get a name for herself by defeating one of the hardest waifus to defeat of all time, which is none other than Masato. Let's see if this challenger has what it takes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger that's going to go up against the one and only Masato is going to be none other than the one and the only Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. The names are on the bottom. Dark Magician Girl versus Masato. Let's find out who is going to be the winner. Miss Molly for 1 month says gathering XP. Shout out to Miss Molly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then we got Dead Eyes Lock for $1 on Rumble saying Dark Magician Girl. Okay, fair enough. The first strike goes to Dark Magician Girl. Very nice. Next is Nocturne with a 10 saying Dark Magician Girl one-handedly wins this. Why are you one-handed? Bad picture. Are you out of your fucking mind? You think this is a bad picture of Dark Magician Girl? What the fuck? There ain't no way, bro. There ain't no way, bro. Zero. Ain't no way. Ain't no bad picture. What? You can see all the glorious curves. An amazing picture. So far. Oh, never mind. Twisted Master fighting hard right now with a $50 mega banger for Sato, saying he is not going to go down without a fight. Shout out to Twisted Master holding it down. And then BioT Wolf coming in strong with a $10 banger saying Dark Magician Girl for Cyber Rider. Everybody is summoning votes right now for Cyber Rider and Dark Magician Girl. Everybody is summoning the votes. The Gaming Mason with a 2 says Dark Magician Girl for Cyber Rider. Everybody is literally doing votes for Cyber Rider. This is crazy. JP Winslow for a 2 says Dark Magician Girl. My pick, so my vote. Fair. Blackguard with a $5 banger says Masato. She's OG for me, and I don't even know anything about Yu-Gi, so it's an easy choice. Really? Do you not know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh? That's kind of crazy. It's not often I meet somebody who doesn't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh. But that's fair. Barry Dixon Butts with a 5 says Masato because of the penguin. Oh my god, the penguin was pretty epic. Her roommate. Go back to Masato. I wasn't finished. You gotta wait your turn, man. So far, Masato is in the lead, but not by much. Masato is not that much in the lead. Hypnotic, are you sharing the Kosa Act video? I did earlier. I linked it twice in YouTube and on Rumble. Randall Hess with a $20 banger says Dark Magician Girl. What an absolute legend. What an absolute legend. Holy shit. And then John Ambler with a $10 banger says Dark Magician Girl. Simply the best. Just look at that ass and check out her chest. This man is rhyming. The Gaming Wolf with a 5 says Dark Magician Girl. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, Dark Magician Girl's coming off screen. It is now time to bring out the one and only champion right now. All the waifus fear her. It is none other than Masato. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Masato or is it going to be Dark Magician Girl? Blackguard has voted for Masato again with a $10 banger. Shout out to Blackguard. Kayatsi says she's winning for show. Kayatsi says that she's winning for show. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's see who's going to win. Red on black looks good. I agree. Everybody likes red on black. Dark Magician Girl has almost caught up, though. If not caught up, it's getting pretty close. It's a pretty tight fight right now. Entire fight. They want no part of this. Aside from Deadeye's Lock with the $1 Dark Magician Girl, they want no part of this. It's up to YouTube to save Tier 2 and to save the Waifu Battle. Who is it going to be? Masato's dress is too long. That's called the YouTube Terms of Service line. That's what that's called. That's called the YouTube Terms of Service line. Blackguard with a $20 banger says Masato is that girl. She's a weirdo, but a loyal weirdo. That's amazing. Blackguard, thank you so much for the $20 banger. I appreciate it. And that bumps up Masato to the lead, but it's still anybody's game. She is not that far in the lead. She is not that far in the lead. It is anybody's game right now. Anybody's game. Mods, let me know how far we are. Oh, never mind. T-Jap just said we officially hit Tier 2 for the 102nd stream in a row. Thank you so much, T-Jap. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Tier 1 and Tier 2 have been completely saved for another stream. You just know some people are just swinging. They're swinging in the air right now. Jimmy Collins says, I think I'll go watch Evangelion after this. You probably should. You probably should. I was reading the manga recently just for the fuck of it. It still blows my mind how much Masato wanted to fuck Shinji. Considering how young Shinji is, I'm just like, that's questionable. That's questionable. Serpentine Deity says you used to hit Tier 3 with McDuggins. That's not true. That's not true. It got to a point when I wouldn't even hit Tier 2 because of McDuggins. So sad. So sad, but it's just how it goes. Just how it goes. Masato is barely in the lead, but she is in the lead. Are the Dark Magician fans going to give up? Is that it? Is it over? Is it all over? Is it done? Has Masato claimed the death of another waifu? I guess we shall find out. Yes, R.I.P. McDuggins. R.I.P. McDuggins. Gone but not forgotten. All right. It is that time, boys. It is that time. Masato is going to come off screen. And now it's time to do the final countdown. It's a very close fight. Who is it going to be? Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Holy shit, they threw all the chairs into the arena. All the chairs went into the arena. It was counter. Holy shit, I don't know who won. I do not know who won the waifu battle. Holy fuck. The last super chat that is going to count is Randall Hess for a $50 mega banger. And he says Dark Magician Girl. And then BioT Wolf throws in a massive $150 Red Boy Ultra banger. Says Dark Magician Girl. It is not my pick, but we need new waifus for Cyber Rider. And then Twisted Master throwing in a $100 Red Boy Ultra banger for Masato. And then Blackguard threw in a $50 mega banger for Masato. That is literally insane. I don't know who won this. Mods, count it up. Count it up. And for the red boys and the pink boys, we got ourselves a Goonin clip. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. What a wild end to this waifu battle. I did not see that level of chair shots coming. I just didn't. I just didn't. Holy shit. This is anybody's game at this point. This will be a major upset if Dark Magician Girl manages to beat Masato. This will be a major upset. And Cyber Rider didn't even have to participate to make it happen. It's going to be crazy. We shall see. We shall see. Hold on. The numbers are in. The numbers are in. What? What? That is so close. That is so close. Oh my God. Major upset confirmed. This was well fought by everybody. The Masato fans showed up. The Dark Magician fans showed up. Wow, man. All right, here we go. The Dark Magician Girl with $258.65 against the former champion Masato at $240, which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only Dark Magician Girl. Ladies and gentlemen, wow. The upset. The upset. Let's do it one more time. One more time. Let's go. The upset is insane. Now, I know for a fact that there are people coping and seething right now. For a fact.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Dark Magician Girl is going to go backstage where she will face off against another waifu tomorrow on Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. Now, obviously, guys, tomorrow will return Wu Chang Fallen Feathers on Griffcast. Please make sure to go check out those streams. I've had a lot of you guys joining me on those streams. They've been a lot of fun, man. Just that game is brutal. It's absolutely brutal. But, you know, we overcome it. We beat the bosses eventually, and we keep moving. And we're going to beat the game like we do every Souls-like game. So join me for the review. I put out my review officially for Death Stranding on Steam. So if you haven't seen the review that I wrote for Death Stranding, consider checking it out. If you have Steam, it's available there. You could see it. And that's basically it, man. That's basically it. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for a legendary waifu battle. I like when the waifu battles are close. I don't care about the amount. I'm talking about like how close it is, because it just is so much more fun when it's close. But it's okay. But in all seriousness, keep talking about the censorship. Make sure you guys keep sharing out the videos regarding the censorship and all videos. But obviously, censorship is very important right now. We need to talk about it. Not just mine either. If you see other content creators talking about it, leave a comment on their video. Leave a like on their video. You know, thank them for talking about it. Thank them for getting it out there. It's very important to continue to get the conversation out there and keep going about it. So thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. And thank you guys for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, everything. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Stay to the end of the stream. Stay to the end of the stream. We're going to raid someone. Charizard for it too. Who beat Yoriichi? I do not remember, bro. But I'm sure Blackguard or TJEP has the history of that. I do not remember. Report if games for a 10. I just made a petition on change to stop the kids online digital safety act, but I can't post a link here. So you should Google that shit and sign. I tagged you on Twitter too. All right, guys, everybody hear that? There's a petition out there for the Stop the Kids Online Digital Safety Act. Consider checking it out. It should be on X. Definitely check it out. All right, boys. Thank you, guys. You can have a mod. You can have a mod share the link too, by the way. You can have a mod share the link. Thank you guys so much again for everything. I appreciate you. So much fun today. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Stay for the raid. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in Maker Gang! Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in Maker Gang! Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in Maker Gang! It means put a chicken in it, Queenie, and make her fucking gang! Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
of the black man. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.